Hey everybody, we want to welcome you to Heart with Dan and Angela.
Hi, everyone.
How you guys doing tonight? Sorry we haven't been here in a little while. We've been out of town for a couple weeks. My daughter had a conference she was doing in Tucson, so she asked me and Angela to come along and support her. So we were in Tucson, Arizona for a little bit, but we couldn't wait to get back and do some videos with you. And it just seems like the light is getting brighter on Watchtower, you know? It seems like the light's not only bright, but it seems like this divine light that's on Watchtower right now. I'm just going to call it a divine light because they have been hiding so long. They have been hiding pedophiles. They have been false prophesying. They have been lying and lying and lying again. And they refuse to say they're sorry. They refuse to apologize for the lives they've destroyed, for the homes they've broken apart. We've heard them in the Australian Commission say, hey, we're not going to change. You heard Tony Morris say, we're not going to change. We're going to keep these policies and we're going to keep things the way they are. And I feel that the light, the divine light right now is cooking their asses. I mean, it really is. I mean, I'm saying it like it is. And the reason I'm saying it like that is because they won't repent. And here's another thing they're trying to do. Watchtower, as we know, is trying to morph into a more Christian, persona. You know what I mean? They're trying to morph into jw.org. The only problem with trying to morph into something is you can't take your black arts with you. Black arts, a lot of people think black arts is like really, really bad, demonic, woo, 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 woo. What black arts are is when you have source energy, God's source energy in you, and you choose to do it maliciously. You know what I mean? Like you use the Bible as a weapon to scare the hell out of people. You know what you're doing. It's like, like a man, like these pedophiles, they threaten kids. If you tell, I'll hurt your dad or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Watchtower does that with the Bible. Well, Watchtower wants to morph into jw.org, but they want to take all their black magic and all their bullshit with them and all their mediation. We're the mediator. You better listen to us like our life depends on it. And yet at the same time, they say we're not born by Holy Spirit. We're just men. Yeah, they tell the people out there, we're just men. We're doing the best we can. In the congregation, you better listen to us. You better do this, you better do that, you better follow the org, you better run for your life, you better leave your jobs, you better do whatever we tell you, fire drills and all that stuff. But the light of divine is on them, and it's not going to come off. They refuse to repent.
Okay,
go ahead.
We have something important that we're going to tell you tonight to make all this make sense.
Yeah,
because I know you've heard us say this a million times.
Yeah, we've said this before, but I just want to say they're trying to morph, and it is not going to happen. And as you guys all know, Tony Morris is in the spotlight again. And you probably heard it on TikTok and different things out there. There's this lady, what's her name?
Her name is
Valerie.
Oh man, it's Salena Vertalomo.
Salena Vertalomo. And I think Mike and Kimmy did a video, and they asked her, could I put the clip of you hunting down Tony Morris? This lady went on a hunt for Tony Morris and found out where he lived in North Carolina.
Maybe by the help of that one guy who actually tracked him down, and it's been out for a while where he's at in North Carolina.
Yes.
So, so she went and tracked him down. And the reason why she said the reason why is because they've got a lot of court type, things going on in Pennsylvania and California, where she said Anthony Morris is very front and center, very much involved in these court cases. And so she was tired of the fact that they keep stalling these things, and it's going as slow as molasses to convict anyone or to get any kind of satisfaction of any kind. And so she's like, you know what? This is not good enough. I am going to go personally to, there's our cat, has to be in center of attention. And she said, I'm going to go directly to his home or to his church, and I'm going to let him have it. So
yeah, because right now she figures in Pennsylvania, Watchtower's cooking the books. She said they're frying.
She said as fast as they can, they're cooking the books in Pennsylvania right now, which you can imagine. They don't want to be in trouble because of all the things that they have done. So she really had a lot of things to accuse him of. It was really pretty horrendous. I
Yeah.
got out of it that she's not saying that Anthony Morris himself raped her, but that he's very directly involved in the reason why her and her sis and her family, her whole entire family, sounds like, have been raped and horribly abused, and all because of Anthony Morris's a sex traffic ring that he's been very heavily involved in. It's been going on for a very long time, and it's very, very well covered over and protected. And
That's what she claims. Yeah.
that's what she claims. And she said that, like, for example, he covered up and knew about, just one of the many examples that she gave, a girl in Ohio that was gang raped. And it goes on and on and on. She's got tons of cases. So she's letting the whole world know.
She's all
And
over the
she-
place
so
doing
she-
interviews.
She actually went to the Kingdom Hall in Anthony Morris's town in North Carolina, drove up in her car, and an elder came and he talked to her for a while. She stated the reason that she was there to see Anthony Morris, and she wanted to speak to him directly. He has a lot of things that they need to talk about. And the guy invited her into the Kingdom Hall, and then he called a circuit overseer who she said be careful what you say to her. Don't apologize. Don't this, don't that. But it sounded like he just,
Yeah, let's play the clip.
yeah, a little bit of it anyway. We'll let you see this gal.
Yeah,
And,
here's the gal, and we'll show you a little bit of
And
what
this
she's
is Kimmy
saying.
right here. She
Yeah,
starts it
Mike
out.
and Kimmy.
Yeah,
This is her introducing a little clip.
yeah.
Comfort. So, like I said, this is hitting the social media by storm, and share, and I'm going to put the link down below to Selena's TikTok account in this particular video. And so show her some love, because I mean, this was amazing. It took a lot of guts. It took a lot of guts and bravery and strength to go and do this. And so thank you again, Salena. Here's the video, and you all have a wonderful evening. Bye.
I'm looking for Anthony Morris.
Who?
Tony Morris III.
Tony Morris?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not here.
Okay. Can you tell him Sabrina Vertalomo came to see him?
Salena Vertalomo.
Vertolomo.
Hold on. You need to talk to him?
I think he needs to talk to me. He's responsible for the rape, stalking, and torture of myself, my sisters, and my mother. And I came down here to Lumberton, North Carolina to tell him my goddamn self, sir,
That he raped you?
that his ass is grass and I'm the mower. His time has come. He has protected child rapists for long enough. He was relocated here to your nice Kingdom Hall. I understand you're a Christian congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. He is directly responsible. He is directly responsible for everything that has happened to me and my family. And I've come for him, and I will continue to come for him.
And what is your name?
Sabrina Vertalomo. He's very well acquainted with my father, Tony Vertolomo, who is a child rapist and was running a sex trafficking ring inside of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Vertolomo.
Vertolomo.
Vertolomo. Okay. Can I just say this to you?
Sure.
All consciousness, respect for you, I'm so very sorry.
I'm okay. Thank you.
Have no.
Is he around children here? I'm sure he is. He's incredibly dangerous, and I need people to understand that. There is a nationwide investigation going on right now out of California and Pennsylvania. He is at the heart of it. It's taking way too long. It's not protecting the children that are currently around him. And now that I know where he is and why he was relocated here, I came myself.
There you go. So that's in there. Then there's another video that's out also after that, with the discussion that went on in the Kingdom Hall with the circuit overseer. It was about 2 hours long. And she just kind of shared little bits and pieces of it. But she did share that that based on what she's been trying to do, she believes it was Anthony Morris who saw to it that her home was burned down.
Sent an
And-
order to burn it down or
Right.
something. You can find that on TikTok.
And then apparently then they did it again when she went out of town. The second time she was out of town, and they burned her house down. So anybody who talks or anything else like that, she's stating, they treat you incredibly badly. Now, this is not the only woman that Dan and I have heard this kind of thing from, where they treat you horrendously bad, flooding your home, destroying it, doing all kinds of really, really horrible things. We've heard these things from these women. So this is not the first time we've heard this. So I tend to believe that they're telling the absolute truth. So,
Yeah.
man,
Well, it just goes to show you what their own scriptures they used to read. They used to tell us that, the rocks won't be able to hide you. North Carolina won't be able to hide you. With the internet now, everything is in the light. And I don't know why Watchtower doesn't come clean. I don't know why they don't apologize. I don't know why they don't stop what they're doing. I mean, they're trying to morph into this jw.org, and it seems like they're trying to get a clean start, but they are not trying to get a clean start, because a clean start is bringing everything to the light.
but honey, I mean, obviously that's going to mean that they've got to go to jail and prison. And so I think that will not be there.
Yeah.
Most of the time. So they say that offenders don't want to do that move, because it means shame and dishonor and humiliation and going to court, and it's too much. They rather just keep it going and not have to
Just
face
amazes me that they're continuing to keep the fear going, the lies going. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Now she's anxious to see Toni Morris and her father handcuffed and in prison.
Yeah.
That's what she says in this second video that we heard tonight. She just does little clips of what they were discussing in the Kingdom Hall with the circuit overseer and the elder. So the one man continued to be compassionate and sympathetic to Salena, and the other circuit overseer, wasn't quite the same way, I don't think. But this one guy, he was determined to be sympathetic. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's funny that Toni Morris is out of the way, but yet they're bringing in the circuit overseer to talk, and kind of like they do in corporations. They bring in the person that negotiates. How you
Yes.
doing? And like she said, they had this wonderful talk about New York and where she lived and
Mhm.
Italian food and anything. But where the hell's Tony? Where's Tony hide now?
Right. Well, I mean, they talked about a lot of things, including all the bad stuff. But anyway, it was just interesting. I know there are other little things I wanted to say, but I can't think of them right now. But
okay.
at least Salena is being brave, and we commend her for
Yeah.
stepping forward like this, because
That's amazing.
it seems as though to me that the lawyers for the witnesses are good enough that they're going to keep on stretching this out and out and out forever and ever. That's their little game, so that they never ever have to pay up, or no one goes to jail. I mean, they just managed to keep on, delaying and delaying by continuing the court case. There's ways to do that. You just say somebody's sick or incapacitated somehow. You come up with good excuses, and then the court said, okay, we'll continue it, and they continue the court case. They could do that forever. So this girl's like, you know what, this is not good enough for me. I'm not okay with this situation, and I'm going to push it along by showing up. And so she said she had gone to the police station, the FBI, before she showed up at the Kingdom Hall.
And before she did these videos,
right,
she's already went to all the authorities.
Yep, she said, I am not stupid, because obviously they burned down her house twice. And so she did all of her homework by going everywhere she could think to go, and gave all the testimony and all the everything to all of them, so that as she's realizing, and she stated in the second video, I realized that I could be killed and I may die. So she's put it out there to everyone, everywhere that she possibly could, to put her story in, if you will. So if they kill her, which they've already burned down her house, so she says, and I believe her, then why would they not try to kill her at this point, right? So anyway, her father was is it Toni Vertalomo?
I don't know.
I think it was Toni Vertalomo. That's her father, and wants to see him put away as well. So anyway, I think that's really brave of her, and we've got to step up, right? Do what we all can, because like she said, I'm worried that children are going to continue to be hurt in this Kingdom Hall. You've sent in her way of looking at it, a pedophile has gone to North Carolina, and the elder said that he was a little bit wondering, how come they sent Toni Morris into the small town like he was being hid away, and he had concerns, actually. And I mean, if I was an elder, if I was a congregation member, I would be concerned why it was that he moved to my town and started going to my
Well, this governing body,
church.
I mean, he was the governing body.
Right.
And all of a sudden he just
Right,
disappears.
and no
I
explanation.
mean, that's screwball.
Right, and obviously they're so curious. They don't know why. They don't get any explanation whatsoever. You think they're gonna go to Tony Morris and say, hey, Tony, tell us why they sent you down here? Why are you living down here now? What happened? Why did they take you off of being the governing body? I mean, what happened? They're not gonna do it, right? They're chicken. So they're extremely curious and now concerned. And
Yeah,
yeah.
and I'm just hoping this wakes up some witnesses. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was I told Angela, we never knew really the governing body. I mean, unless you were privileged and got to go to Brooklyn, you didn't get to know these guys. You didn't get to see them as men. We saw them as gods. These people behind the screens. We never knew who they were.
Yeah.
They're puppet masters. The Wizard of Oz. It's like that guy.
Yeah.
And we're all like, who are they? And all of a sudden, the literature comes out. A new light and. Yeah, and now they're being shown up as men, lying men,
Yeah.
and cowardice men, and and to think Watchtower, we saw, on a video that home that Tony Morris is in is owned by Watchtower, and it has to go back to Watchtower. So you go, oh my God,
he dies, right?
So the thought is governing body, you know what I mean? Like what do they call that when they're hiding somebody, when they're
fugitive.
yeah, they're co-conspirating with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're in the same
complicit.
trouble.
They're
They're
complicit.
hiding them out. They're doing the very things they said the Catholics did. You remember? If a priest got in trouble, they moved him to another town and he would just be a pedophile there.
So they're all going to be complicit in this whole thing.
Yeah.
They'll be convicted along with.
Yeah, they'll be convicted along with
especially now that she has gone there and seen them personally and told them exactly what's gone down and exactly how the pedophile ring or the not sex ring, she called it, has worked. And she's explained everything. Now, what they do with it is very, very important.
Yes.
And if they don't do something about it and they just continue on as if nothing happened, then in the court of law, they will be complicit in this whole thing. So everyone she tells will become complicit if they continue to act like nothing ever happened and do nothing. So it's pretty serious. It really, really is.
Well, maybe some of the witnesses will take another look, because that seems like these are the things that wake you up. It's false prophecy. It could be Tony Morris. We heard it was drinking. We heard, he had an accident. We heard all kinds of stuff. But now it's even bigger than that.
Yeah.
And so, wow, we'll have to see. We're all eyes on Watchtower now.
There is justice, guys. There is justice. Seems like I think God's doing something about it. I feel like this is a little something that is being done to bring justice and to bring awareness and help more people realize that maybe it's a good idea to get out of there while they can, because the longer that anyone stays in that organization, knowing this stuff, that they become complicit as well. It gets more and more serious, and even before God. So anyway, I think it's kind of serious. Anyway,
Got the cat here.
yeah, the
taking
cat's
taking swipes at me while
yikes. Like, give me attention or I'm gonna, swat you. God.
she had hooks in my hand. She's like, don't move your hand. She's like this. I tried to pull and she pulls.
Man,
I
yeah,
see.
look.
Oh yeah.
She wants all the attention.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to
All
say
right, guys.
goodbye.
Well, we look forward to you guys soon. We're going to make some more videos, and we're back in town. And like I said, when do we do it, Angela? Every Tuesday, Thursday,
yeah,
and Sunday.
Thursday and Sunday.
Thursday and Sunday.
So usually we get it out by, I don't know, by 10 or 11 o'clock p.m. every Tuesday night and Thursday night, because we do work. I'm sorry, every Thursday night and Sunday night. Sometimes Sunday in the afternoon, but usually on Thursday it's late. Like right now, it is going to end up being there on Friday, actually. So anyway, thanks for listening, guys. We
Right.
do love you, and we want you to know that.
Feel free to
And-
post the video, do whatever you want with it. It's
Yeah.
on YouTube, so
Yeah.
just repost it and share it. And anyway, look forward to talking to you guys soon.
Yeah, and thank you, Kimmy and Mike, for sharing that
Yeah,
video.
thanks, Kimmy and Mike.
All
That
right.
was really awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Making everybody aware. Spread the
Yes.
news, spread
Amen.
it
Good
around.
job, guys.
All right.
Blessings.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's after it.